Would love to have some just briefly right now to maybe cool things off. We are going to eventually get rid of the worst of our heat here coming up this new week. It will still be hot in mainly southeastern parts of the state tomorrow on your Monday, still feeling like 100 plus or so. That will then be kicked out by some storms by tomorrow afternoon. There is some severe weather possible here too, mainly some gusty winds or some sporadic larger hailstones. And that sets us up overall for a kind of unsettled and still warm week ahead with multiple rounds of some kind of summer thunderstorms here ahead. Now, tomorrow, severe weather risk is a level 2, basically stretches that yellow stripe southwest to northeast through the state. Again, mainly some isolated larger hailstones and a few wind gusts would be possible with some of these thunderstorms that form along a front that's basically just going to be stretched like this right through this zone by tomorrow afternoon. Before we get to that, there will still be another heat advisory for mainly the southeastern half of the state. That does include the Des Moines metro area, though, too, to get up to about 100 to 105, at least for a few hours yet again. Northwest Iowa, not so much because you folks will get this cold front to our north and west first as that comes southeast towards us. Right now, it's still obviously out towards the South Dakota and Nebraska, some thunderstorms along it. Those will push out a little bit of cooler air and help sort of nudge that front into Iowa late tonight. Might be a storm or two way up to the north and the west here through the overnight hours, but most of us here in the middle of the state, we're going to stay dry, pretty warm though, only cooling down heat index wise to 80 or so tomorrow morning when you get up. So kind of like the last couple of mornings, still very soupy out there. A little bit of that warm breeze as well. As we go through the day tomorrow, then that front starts to sink to the south and the east. That's why, again, you folks up there, you're not going to be in the heat advisory because your heat index values maybe only get up to the 80s or briefly into the 90s before you start to get some clouds overhead, maybe a sporadic shower or two as well from Clear Lake and Mason City down towards Humboldt and Fort Dodge, Carroll, Denison. The rest of us, though, still baking as we get sunshine and still a gusty breeze out of the south and the west. And then there's those storms. As we head towards, let's say, 2, 3 o'clock at the earliest, 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe towards the latest is when these storms start to pop up, basically right along that front. And then they just kind of go southwest to northeast along the front as it slowly sinks further into the state as we go through tomorrow night. If there are any stronger cells in these kind of scattered storms, it'll be roughly from, say, let's 2 or 3 o'clock at the earliest to maybe 10 o'clock at night. And then the activity gets a little less widespread as we go through the overnight hours and then into early on Tuesday. And then what happens Tuesday? Well, that boundary just kind of gets stuck and kind of wobbles around the state into the day on Tuesday. Lunchtime, maybe a few scattered storms, most likely non-severe. A couple could pulse up in strength here and there. And then as we go through Tuesday and eventually towards Wednesday, that front's just going to retreat back to the north, and we'll have more little waves of energy that ripple along this front and cause us more sporadic thunderstorms into Tuesday and Wednesday, and even into parts of Thursday as well. So rainfall potential through this whole week. Now, granted, the caveat here is, we're dealing with individual thunderstorms, and there's going to be a lot of variation. But right now, it looks like parts of northern Iowa, you could see 2 inches plus. You see where those redder colors, maybe some locally higher amounts are possible once we get each round of rain done here through about Thursday. We're going to talk about which parts of the state actually have the highest river levels right now coming up a little bit later in the show. Later on this week, then, we will kick that boundary finally out of here later Thursday, and then see a little bit drier stretch, not really stretch, but a drier couple of days into the weekend. As we head towards the end of the month, we are still going to keep things fairly warm and fairly humid. Overnight lows don't really drop below 70. Afternoon highs 80s to lower 90s, so tack on a few more degrees for that heat index value. We're not going to cool down any stretch of the imagination, but we will at least get rid of some of these triple-digit heat index values after tomorrow.